HMHS Titanic here, and before you get to this video, hold on everyone. Hold on folks, I'm doing something, but this video is hold on. Well, let's go to the video. But before that, I have to turn on the display. Alright, this is a 3D scan. I shock everyone about Titanic. I already watched it, but I'm gonna do a reaction video because this video is just bullshit. They say that she didn't. They say that she went. That she hit. That she ran the iceberg on the bottom of. They say that she went over the iceberg itself. Well, let's get to the video, and you see. But this whole video is just bullshit.
suspicious of the narrative that we've become accustomed to over the past century.
They recently released...
No defense, but I started Titanic my whole life. I watched also YouTubers tell her story, and that's it. And on account of witness, Titanic did hit the iceberg on her starboard side, below the waterline, and they say that the new 3D scan, you can't see it. You can't see the damage because of the bacteria that's on the Titanic. That's why you can't see the iceberg damage. But you can see a line that the iceberg made. That's about it.
An incredible three-dimensional scan of the shipwreck of the Titanic. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely amazing.
I won't lie, that is amazing. Now that makes Titanic freeze in time, so explorers can check out the wreck whenever she fully collapses.
Just one problem that I have with this whole thing. Where is the side swipe damage?
If you can see my little thing, you can. If you look close enough, you can see the iceberg damage right here, but you can't see it. You can see a line, but you can't see it because of the bacteria that is on it. That bacteria is hiding the iceberg damage. And plus, also, look at this whole barrel. You can't see the iceberg damage at the front of the ship because it's so deep in the mud. But right here, by the mud line, you can see where she struck the berg on her starboard side. She put right here at the water line, and as you can see, there's bacteria on it. That bacteria is hiding the damage
that was supposedly to have occurred from that iceberg that sank the ship.
A complete 3D reconstruction of the shipwreck of the Titanic was released last week, and it reveals the ship like we've never seen it before. The Titanic has been extensively explored since the wreck was discovered by Dr. Robert Ballard in 1985.
Yep, she's discovered in 1995.
But it's so huge that in the gloom of the deep, cameras can only ever show us teasing snapshots of the decaying ship. Never the whole thing. Books have been written, documentaries have been produced. And of course, movies have been made.
Yeah.
Detailing the catastrophic effects of an iceberg.
That's what happened the night she sank. Hit the iceberg on the starboard side.
Scraping along the starboard side of the Titanic. A gouge that breaches more.
But my problem is that they're saying that she hit the iceberg on her bottom, which is not true. The scientists that made a 3D scan says that that's why the double bottom, that's why the double bottom of Titanic ripped apart and made her split in half. No, that's not the reason. She was sinking, and she was sinking, and she got to 20 to 30 degrees, and she couldn't handle that stress. So what she did, split by the third. at the third funnel because she wasn't made to withhold going 20 to 30 degrees angle, 20 degrees angle, and survive that. It's like saying about the Titanic. Some people say that, oh, she got hit by one torpedo and that's what sank her. No, Titanic struck a mine, and that and a starboard side port windows was open and water got into the ship, and that's what caused her to capsize and sink. I guess he went on to her side after that. Oh wait, let's continue.
More watertight compartments than the ship could sustain in order to stay afloat.
Yep, she could only stay afloat with 4 watertight belts in the bow, not 6.
This 3D scan took over 200 hours of dive time to complete. It was assembled from more than 700,000 images, taken from every conceivable angle. Now, of course, the beginning portion of that iceberg damage will be concealed by the muddy bottom built up around the bow of the ship as it collided with the ocean floor at a speed of more than 30 miles per hour.
And that's why you see her like that. Yeah, she broke her bottom. No, she broke her back.
Per hour. That all makes sense, and it accounts for why we can't see the initial impact point of the iceberg. But here's my problem with the whole thing.
Hold on. Hold on, everyone. They're saying it's not ready, so it will probably be done after this video. Now let's continue, because you probably can't see the iceberg damage, but if you look closely and actually pay attention, you can see the iceberg damage.
According to witness statements, the hull breach extended along the starboard side of the ship, past Boiler Room 5 and Boiler Room 6. Plus, we can see the shading of the red oxide paint from the very bottom of the ship.
No, you can't. You can't see the red paint no more.
Right here. Combine those two facts, and in my mind, there can only be one conclusion. That iceberg did not scrape the side of the ship as we have been led to believe for over 100 years. So, what does this 3D scan now tell us?
I am suspicious of the narrative that we've become accustomed to over the past century.
Park Stevenson is a world-renowned expert on the Titanic. He's dived multiple times on the wreck of Titanic and served as technical advisor to James Cameron, director of the movie Titanic. Parks has also appeared multiple times with us on the video podcast Museum Ship Mafia. And lately, he has been conducting interviews with worldwide news agencies like the BBC and CNN non-stop. Because with the recent release of this 3D scan of the Titanic, history as we know it when it comes to the sinking of this ship may have changed.
I basically question whether or not Titanic hit the iceberg along the side, as we've all come to accept nowadays. I'm seeing a growing amount of evidence in recent years that suggests that Titanic actually grounded, ran over a submerged shelf of the iceberg, which was the first scenario proposed back in April 1912, but soon got buried under this 300-foot gash torn out of the bottom, and then that turned into the bumping along the side that we've all seen today.
What we see of an iceberg on the ocean is a small fraction of its overall size. As the saying goes, it's just the tip of the iceberg. The majority of an iceberg lies underwater, unseen to those on the surface. This is one of several photographs
That's the iceberg that she hit.
taken of the iceberg that Titanic hit. This is one of several photographs taken of the iceberg that Titanic hit. It doesn't appear to be that big, does it? But when you consider what it must look like under the surface of the Atlantic Ocean, suddenly, Park Stevenson's theory makes sense. Without any evidence of a 300-foot-long gouge or scrape along the starboard side of Titanic,
This can is right here. They can see here's the iceberg damage. And it goes out along right here. You can see the line where she was cut open at. You can even see it below this hole.
there must have been some feature of the iceberg underwater that ripped open a gash much closer to the bottom of Titanic.
I don't believe so.
Which explains why we cannot see the evidence of an impact with an iceberg in any of these 3D scanned images of Titanic.
That's not the first scan ever taken of Titanic. The other scans you can actually see the iceberg damage.
Sleep too hot? Sleep too cold? Meet the Sleep Number Climate 360 Smart Bed. Visit sleepnumber.com to shop now.
A complete three-dimensional reconstruction of the shipwreck of the Titanic, assembled from more than 700,000 images and taken from every conceivable angle, reveals the ship like we've never seen it before. We've all seen video of the famous shipwreck of the Titanic. It's been extensively explored since the wreck was discovered in 1985.
But if I was anyone, I won't believe that, because that's just false information. because yep. I want to do something very quick. Hold on, focus. This stupid thing. I got something new from this channel, if it's gonna work. Hold on. This seam is not working, so oh, I can edit. This is what I'm doing. Oh. I can't figure it out, but I'll continue. Well, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If new to your channel, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and something new is coming on this channel.